Hola,
Hello,
hola, ¿qué
hola,
tal?
¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú, Igor?
Muy bien, ¿tú?
Muy bien también, sí.
Muy bien también, yeah. Okay, yeah, so as you see, today we are speaking Spanish, and what does it mean? That means that the background behind Alex is real, and I'm very jealous about it. So happy Saturday, everyone, and today we are live from different cities as always, but now the cities are different. So mine is, as usual, it's Vienna, Austria, so boring stuff. But Alex is in warm Spain and
Yes,
is
yes.
enjoying the sun and the sea behind him, as you see.
Good morning, Igor. One only thing is a Sunday actually, so it's acceptable
Oh,
for us.
that's a fail.
But I heard you also traveling lately, so I guess I can be jealous to you as well.
Yeah. Soon I'm gonna be travel around Europe a bit,
Hmm.
but not to so warm places.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome everyone. Yeah. Today's a very light session. I believe we start sort of new project. We actually discussed it a few times before, but let's try to uncover it one more time. Also, a few steps forward were done, so it makes sense to recap the idea a little bit. And yeah, and the rest we will try to write something today. I prepared my some did some background checks, background preparation. So I have my ChatGPT API key. I didn't try if it works, so that would be our first challenge today. And otherwise, yeah, maybe we will just store some data in a local MongoDB database. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's how every AI startup is founded. Like, hey, let's try ChatGPT, and it works. Well, now let's call our company somehow.
Indeed. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're looking for investments right now, by the way.
yeah. The more the better.
So please like, share, invest in us, things like that.
Yeah, just donations are also right. Okay, yeah, it's no problem.
Yes. Yeah, I have this Figma document here. Yeah, I need to remove some pop-ups, but I hope that's pretty much visible. Yeah, the working name or title of the project is Tech People Stats, or a little more keywords here, pipeline analysis tool, whatever. So I showed it last time on Lead Code, I think, with Igor, and yeah, the idea is to integrate ChatGPT capabilities to analyze analyze the different sources of data to get some structured documents out of it. That's the first step in this pipeline, and the result, the outcome would be to by applying some filters, and I think we will also want to involve some manual step, approval step for the data that was analyzed and that is to be produced, and then to produce some articles. Can be newspapers on the right here, can be also some let's say, yeah, articles on analyzing some projects, yeah, maybe getting some summary data out of it, and yeah, eventually we can also generate podcasts. Let's see. See how it goes. It's basically for us just to touch ChatGPT API to see if we can automate it, and also produce something useful. Sorry for the
Mhm.
background noise, if that's I
To be
hope.
honest, I hear mostly the sea, and it's
Mhm.
very calm.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, it's indeed a very cool environment here. So I'm lucky today that I can do the today's session from this place. Yeah, so on the left here you can see different article sources. Right now I'm on the first one, RSS. I The idea is that I get some data from RSS feed, and for now I just stored it in database. And I for some RSS feeds, for most of them actually, the data is already structured. So yeah, if it's a single article from one source of from one I don't know, company, from one blog, then it's usually very structured. I don't want to split this data into separate items, right? But
Mhm.
sometimes the data is aggregated in RSS articles, and that's gonna be my second step for RSS feed parsing. But let's see if I want to start today with the ChatGPT. If that doesn't work, we can do the RSS parsing. However, I need the ChatGPT there as well. Let's see how it works. Yeah, I started. So that picture we saw last time, I started to yeah, zoom in a little this pictures, divide it into different models. So this is my models, how I encounter them right now. So we have authors or leads. That's someone who's written some content, and then we have, of course, the item article. It belongs to feed. It has an author. It has some text. It has a number of likes in there. We have a feed, well, sort of aggregation of articles and authors, maybe. Um, yeah, it's not, maybe it's not gonna be the main content pro, provider for us, but yeah, let's keep this model in database. Yeah, also I used here the color differentiation, right? I liked it. This how it in original picture. I tried to apply the same colors for the technical implementation layer. So the yellow in my current idea is the source, right? So we have a source here.
Mhm.
Uh, so that,
Okay,
yeah,
input.
yeah, input is
Mhm.
even better. Yeah. Uh,
Mhm.
Indeed, I think don't remember what the model source was. Probably it's something that I start with, right? Can be different type of data, and then I actually split it into more concrete models like feed and so on. So the
Mhm.
source is a very generic type of data, and probably I need to store it in database still. And the green is something that's gonna be produced. So for now, is a publication. I called it. It has some number of articles, authors, type of publication, news post. You see here, social media type. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. I'd like to
Mhm.
publish actually this produced material eventually in our YouTube channel, for example. Currently, you can do that in YouTube. Now you can publish something on our name. So yeah, it would be nice, I think, to try that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and the red one is something that belongs to ChatGPT. So for that, I have filters here. I have questions here. So basically, these two types of data I want to apply. I want to ask ChatGPT with a concrete data from my database. That's gonna be my
Mhm.
question. It will come along with some source, some input, and the information that is extracted. I want to process further on. That's an
Mhm.
idea.
Nice. So in a way, you have like the inputs are different
Yeah,
articles,
exactly.
websites, yeah,
Hmm.
whatever. You store them like in some database. Then you
Hmm.
feed this data into ChatGPT, asking some questions
Yes.
or applying some
Hmm.
filters, and then you post-process maybe the outputs and convert them into podcasts,
Hmm.
newspapers, and whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So the idea is sort of straightforward. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, and like I said, I want to involve a human in some parts of this pipeline. Most likely, it will be before publishing something. You want to still check what's was the output, right? You want to maybe correct some things. Maybe you want to delete some things. So it wouldn't make sense to have some CMS involved. I don't want to write CMS myself, but I want to be able to review this content before it is published. So yeah, I really like. I wanted to have this system for myself, and actually I have lots of applications for it. And yes, if it works, I would be really happy.
There's too much information in the internet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, then I started to draw some technical design, like what technical components it would consist of, and actually it's quite ugly in my opinion, but we can look quickly at that. Like we
I
have
like
an
it.
nice, and you see, I still use the same color
Yeah, it's
terminology here.
consistency. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
key.
yeah, I like to keep it in the same place, so it's nice. So we have sources, they are triggered somehow. It will all be connected by the API application. I think that's the easiest. It can be structured differently, but I thought I will need an API eventually. So let's build it around this triangle. Let's call it an API for now, and maybe I will indeed have some endpoints, but not that this is my priority right now. So this API will be when it will be triggered, it will pull the sources, it will fetch the sources, it will filter them by applying ChatGPT logic, it will store them in database potentially,
Mhm.
and then then there should be a command, I guess, another trigger to produce some material, and so it will start producing it. It will go to the CMS where some user will approve it, and it will end up in a publication.
Mhm. What's the thing on top? The circle?
This one, yeah, I am not sure in that. I put it in OPA. It's a nice tool for applying different policies, so you can configure different rules in the system, and you can configure it. Yeah, I don't know. Are you familiar with the Nginx? Nginx, for example, how it's set up. Uh,
Mm. I more like know the name and the stories about owning the company.
doesn't matter, then analogy is bad. OPA is like a small, very tiny application which you can configure dynamically with different rules. Like you can apply, let's say you can program in a very specific domain language, programming language. It's very like a JSON rules, JSON defined rules. You can define there your how it's called, not authorization sort of
Mhm.
thing. It's like you can say, it does this information have this property, or does it has this, for example, and is this bigger than X, and so on. And if it is successful, then in your system, in your other parts of application, you can reuse this answer. So it's a very simple way to distribute your different policy like
Mhm.
rules in your application. So I just put it here. I'm not sure if I will be using it, but I thought maybe.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Mhm.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Cool. Yeah, I have some goals, but and the technical implementation details. So yeah, I started with Node.js right now. It's Node.js plus Typescript plus database. For now, it's MongoDB because just it's easier, but also um, I don't know the structure of my data, so I thought, yeah, it should be document-based database, and I know MongoDB. I like MongoDB, so that was a first choice for me.
Yeah. No data lakes.
No, well,
Yeah,
not sure about that, but yeah, probably not.
yeah, makes sense. We can
All
just use
right.
MongoDB. Mhm.
All right, so that's overview what we're trying to build, some goals, but I'm not let's not spend time there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought also one of the services later maybe I will rewrite in Golang, and technically, and it would be really great to do just implement everything with Zapier sort of system. I tried to explore it a bit. I think it's pretty much possible. So it's like low code or no code even solution. So it would be great. But for my goals, I also want to let my hands dirty and write some code. So for me, it's also fine to write some code.
Yeah, and maybe in some time we will just acquire the peer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really love this solution. So it would be nice to maybe rebuild some parts of them because, for example, you can easily do the triggers with Zapier. And uh, so part of the system, if I don't want to implement it in code, I can just do them like triggers, sources I can do there. And then maybe producers as well. So I don't have to build these integration layers myself. So I think that's pretty much possible to become a part of a system soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my goal. That's my goal, and let's overview the technical part right now. I will share other part of my screen. By the way, one of the
Mhm.
goals for me today is not to share too much information. So if you see something weird on the screen, please close your
Okay.
eyes and don't share it with anyone ever.
Okay. Okay. I'll tell my everyone.
Yeah, thanks, Igor. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's my tiny project. I didn't put it to our namespace as a public yet because I haven't decided. But I don't know how maybe Igor can convince me to do so or not. So it's a
I'll
private
try.
GitHub repo uh, right now
Mm-hmm.
in XTechnology, and the project is very tiny. It's written in TypeScript and Node.js. So what do I have here? I actually started it a few weeks ago, and yeah, one problem that I have with it right now is that I don't have my latest commit, unfortunately. So my MongoDB integration is partial, unfortunately, but it
Mm-hmm.
works. It works. So, but let's see. Maybe we rebuild today. It's not a big thingy. It has a MongoDB as a dependency. I added the RSS parser. NPM dependency is just some library that can help with basic RSS feeds, and it worked brilliantly on one example. Uh, and that's it for the dev dependencies. Yeah, I have TypeScript. I have yeah, TypeScript types. Nothing more than that. Um, I have a Docker compose to just start Mongo for you to connect to it locally if you want. In today's exercise, actually, I will just connect to my local database running without Docker, but yeah, just to make it
Mm-hmm.
easily configurable.
Just a question. So when you spin up the Docker container like this, shouldn't you
Uh-huh.
also specify some disk space to save the data itself? Otherwise, it
Um,
will always start then empty
it's a good
immediately.
one. It's a good one. I don't know. I don't know how exactly it would work, but I think by default some containers they will be cached
Mm-hmm.
information somehow. I don't know what what's part of the Docker setting is responsible for that, but I think by default some containers can sustain data.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
But for me, it doesn't matter at this point of my
Yeah.
application. Mhm.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, so how do I build and how do I start it very easily? So I have dev build, which is producing from TypeScript some JavaScript inside the dist folder here. And I have dev run, which it's this awesome flag, so Node doesn't complain about the certificate and stuff. Yeah, I use the latest Node.js. Um, 20.7, I think, and it has a super nice capability since 20.5, if I'm not mistaken, to feed to feed and parse the dot file, dot 10 files. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where I store my credentials, and that's what I don't want to expose on the
Ah,
station. Yes, because I have there the ChatGPT. API key, and that's only thing I have there. But that's my challenge for today. I try to not share it, otherwise I need to produce a new one, I guess.
So I shouldn't ask you to click on local length file.
Yeah,
Okay.
please don't. Uh, yeah, let's see if that works. So yeah, I think I run in it like that. I just do the let's see what was this command, run dev build, so that will watch for my TypeScript files and produce JavaScript files. That's what this terminal does, and this terminal I think it's just running the other command, def run. So it also uses and not only the .env free capability, but also the new, nice, fresh watch capability. So every time the file changes, it will just restart, and I think it's awesome. Uh,
Oh,
def run. So yeah, it's in Node.js. That's one of the pain points in JavaScript ecosystem. Basically, the ways a number of ways how you can configure a project and the tools to use. I personally always for like a less tools, less problems approach, and less dependencies, less problems. So I really love these new capabilities and try to integrate them as much as I can, like testing. Um, uh, Testing package or testing capability of Node.js. Right now, you can start running tests with Node.js itself. So
mhm.
for me, it's definitely one of the yeah. I think they are on the right path, and I know why it's caused, who caused this path. So yeah, for me, it's really nice that I can do that.
Nice.
Uh, yeah, so it produced some RSS here. Let's see actually what happens in my application so far. So it
Yeah.
starts index.js, index.ts. Yeah, Igor?
No, I'm just thinking.
Mm.
Let's
Uh-huh.
walk through it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So my index.js file is entry point. I commented out some parts because I'm writing some pieces of it. So right now I get one feed URL, this one, and this part load. Let's rename it maybe load RSS, so I better understand it next time. So that guy will reuse this RSS library. It will create a feed from it. It will load it. Let's see how it works actually. It will load it, parse it, and basically output it to the console right now. But like I said in my commit that I don't have here, unfortunately, I had the logic that was storing this data in my database. But
Mhm.
yeah, that doesn't matter for now.
Yeah.
So I started writing this other part, connect. Maybe let's call it connect, or maybe ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
GPT, like that. Yeah, it's a good one. ChatGPT. Yeah, so I just started writing it, and what I want to have, I want to ask some URL. I get the text out of it, and what we see in the console actually we output this text data. So right now I have text, and I have um, I have a ChatGPT API key. So I want to ask ChatGPT to look at the text and produce something out of it. Let's start. Let's have a look what we how we can do that actually. So I have a service here, ChatGPT. I copied it from ChatGPT hint. Let's see, and I started writing some logic. So that's a line that grabs the keys from my .env file. I also added asserts. Maybe that doesn't make sense, but yeah, I've already started
Yeah.
using this pattern in this application. So let's make sure it's not empty before starting the application. Uh,
And sorry, the process variable, that's something
that's
technical
global.
from.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
global, not just variable. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
And yeah, how this .env capability of Node.js works. If you give the file like a .env file. You know what the .env
Yeah.
files are. Yeah, so if you give it as a flag, it will parse it and it will put it to the process.env. Otherwise, the process.env by default would contain all the environment variables that you pass for your application to run. So it will combine them both. I think it's really nice way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's code that the ChatGPT gave me. Let's see what it has here. Well, it runs, it starts running here, right? It has the prompt, it has response awaiting, and the function that is making the call is actually like that. So it need to send the API key here, right? It has some payload. Prompt is what I give into the question, and then yeah, that was the original produced code by ChatGPT. It uses Axios here. I didn't want to use Axios because I don't want to use more dependencies that I already have. So feed URL, yeah, and that's where I stopped actually. Here I want to reuse fetch to. I want to fetch is basically sending the HTTP request to some URL, right? Yeah, and how it does here. So it has a payload like that, okay, and the config is containing my API key. I want to rewrite this to just a natural fetch call, and for that I need to look how fetch what fetch can
It's able
take.
to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Axios is some asynchronous library.
Fetch is also
Right.
a built-in capability right now, but originally, oh, Axios, yes, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at the documentation right now. Let's can reshare it. One second, I will find it first if it has a nice documentation here. Yeah, so it's basically the browser fetch capability. We have it already in the browser, works perfectly there, and JavaScript Node.js, JavaScript / Node.js environments, they started providing the capabilities that we already have in JavaScript, like in browser. And I think it's really nice, the way how they wanted it to have. So let's see, fetch resource, okay, and options which can contain method, headers, and body. Okay. So that should be my fetch call. Okay, let me switch to other screens again. So we have feed URL, right? And um, then we have options which contain method, right? Method. For some reason it complains right now. I'm not sure why. So it should be post as I can see. And headers, right? Config. So we just need to headers can be config headers, let's say. And what else do we need? Payload. Oh, yeah, and the payload probably is just body. I'm not sure, but
Okay.
yeah, so body. Let's call it a body. Yeah, it's a nice syntactical sugar. I think Python also has it, or at least Ruby has it. You know, Python and Ruby are very alike in some ways. Um, yeah. So we got response. Yeah. What happens? Cannot find the feed URL. Logical. Yeah, I got it. Oh, it shouldn't be fetch URL. It should be actually this guy, API URL. Yeah, that's my, it's also configured in my local variable. I will open another VS Code window so I don't
If you
share.
don't share. Yeah.
Yes, please challenge me to share it so I don't forget to don't share it.
Yeah. So what is your password, Alex?
it's
Tell
uh,
them.
it's my date of birth, and
Ah.
yeah, it's very easy. You don't know it.
Yeah. I don't know
Oh,
it.
Andrew
So
don't know it. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, and you had your birthday just 14 days ago, but we don't know.
You know what?
Oops.
I just got an SMS that there was like 1,000 euros coming from my uh, credit account. I don't know why. It's
Yeah,
weird. But
it's,
you know what? I can actually open it right now. I remember that I did some cleaning before that, so it has a
oh,
execute
I
API
see.
key.
You're so smart. So smart.
Yeah, but I should be doing it.
Just a question. So this API URL, that's a free version of the API, or that's a paid one?
I think it doesn't have a free version. No, you cannot use
Oh,
API with a normal subscription. It should be even a specific subscription. Like I have
yeah.
a paid subscription and I don't have API capability, so I
Mhm.
had to organize it,
Pay more.
pay more. Yeah, sort of.
I see. Because I wanted to play a bit around, but I don't have a paid version. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
unlucky me.
True, true. Um, yeah, I should do it like let's say I put this to my assets, so it's not in the config, and I will call. Oh,
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 oh, oh,
oh,
oh,
oh,
oh,
oh,
whoa,
oh,
whoa,
oh,
whoa, whoa. Did you get
oh.
it?
Let's say
Yeah.
prod end, right? That's gonna be prod end.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, I guess
so
there were a couple of symbols left that you haven't shared, and now all the, crypt
yeah, people
anti-cryptic
will try
things.
to
Yeah.
reuse it. Yeah, good luck with that.
So if your API key now doesn't work, then you know the reason was
Yeah,
blocked.
true. I will copy my API key there. Anyways, I think actually these symbols that I shared, they don't belong to the API key itself.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Of course.
So I copied it to my prod.env for now. I think I don't need this other VS Code here anymore. Right. So yeah, I think Axios was having a different response than a fetch. So I should be doing something like probably text, like I used here, right? I used in my index.ts and just response.text.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have Copilot, right? And switched on.
No, no, I don't have
Mhm.
it. No,
Mhm.
because it's you also need to pay for that. That's why I don't have it.
I. Mhm.
Yeah. So that's gonna be my response text, right? Const text response text. Yeah. And I want to actually just return it, right? Return text from here. Let's see. And this guy will do the chat GPT response here. Yeah, I don't like numbers. Chat GPT, it is chat.
Just ChatGPT. Yeah.
Yeah, just chat GPT. Sorry, chat GPT, I don't want to be too. All right, so we can try that. I think so. It will. Let's see if we have some errors in my TypeScript. Yeah,
Mhm.
prompt. Yeah, it says implicitly has any type. Wow, so strict guy. Wow. Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be a string. I know, man. Okay, zero, zero errors. Yeah, yeah. It's also nice for me to play with the TypeScript. Like just to feel it, to feel this. Yeah, that's programming
Restriction.
language. Yeah. hmm yeah, index.ts will do the ask ChatGPT, right? It will feed the feed URL will be that's a different. Aha, yeah. So that's one is not calling my ChatGPT capability yet. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's import something um, from services. Oops, services. ChatGPT. Yeah. Okay. And what do we export here? We export here nothing. Oh my God. Let's export something. Let's export this guy. Export.
That's kind of a return, or
Yeah.
or there's a function that is accessible, not in this file.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. So in Node.js and actually in modern JavaScript we have idea of modules. every file, yeah, with a lots of I can say a lot of words about that, but let's say every file without any additions is a model, and then I can define what is going to be accessible from outside with the export keyword, and I can import something from other modules with the import keyword. So that's a modern JavaScript syntax, and it works nicely almost everywhere right now.
I see. So you have
Just
to
all the
explicitly say
browsers.
what's accessible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's cool how different how languages resolve it differently. Like in Golang, for example, you also have the same idea, of course, and in there, instead of using export and import, you name your public methods with uppercase. That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
That's why I like Golang. But in here, it's also quite clear. Export and import, I think it's
Yeah.
very
I think
strong.
in Python the private methods are called with double underscore, so it's also
Mm.
um,
How is private? Can you say
so
it
if you
again?
name the method or the function with starting with double underscore, it will be private.
Okay. Otherwise, it will be public.
Mhm.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken with my Python knowledge.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see what we have in the console right now. Yeah, we have something. Chat with GPT. I like it. I like the name. Let's. Yeah, and I should be saying, I think like that in my syntax. Chat with GPT. Yeah. Now it's better. Um. Yeah. So that's correct right now.
Yeah.
I have here fetch figural. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I want ask chat with GPT, and what do I need? I need to ask it something. What's my age again?
Yeah, that's a great question. I I usually start my Saturdays with this song. Never get an answer.
Okay, now I need to switch my music background to Blink and 182. Actually, let me quickly do that. Yeah, almost there. Blink 182. Let's go. Let's go. Igor, what's your choice? Blink 182 or Angels and Airways?
You can start the radio of Blink 182 and then Angels and Airwaves will pop up. Yeah.
I wonder if that's answer to my question actually, but okay.
Blink 182 is the answer.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Oh, you see, it works. Yay!
Yeah,
Well, well
just one
the
warning.
API key doesn't work. That's
Oh
good.
no, someone already stole it.
No, no, no. It's because it's x66 here. I need
Mm.
to do uh, the following. I need to configure my production run. Right. I will stop this def run. Let's configure my production run.
Ooh,
Ooh, how does it sound? Prod run.
prod. Yay.
um,
And here,
okay, that's gonna
prod env.
be assets prod and I don't want to
Mm.
watch it. I think.
Mm.
Prod and this index.js. Yeah, fine, fine. Let's do. Prod run. I wonder if it will output now my keys to the console, so it will.
Ah.
Goodness, parse the JSON body of your request. I'm not using HTTP library correctly. Oh my god. The OpenAI API expects a JSON payload, but what was sent was not valid JSON. Wow, that's a
Mm.
nice answer. I
When
like
it's
that.
some JSONified stuff or how it's
Um,
done.
the first thing, first I have in mind is maybe I need to specify the content type. Oh, it's actually
Mm.
application JSON. Okay. JSON body of your request. Let me Google it quickly. I can also ask ChatGPT about
But
that.
also when you do this await fetch, so then you have, I don't know how it's called, the dictionary in TypeScript. You don't have to put the method headers and body in parentheses. It
In here, you mean?
no, to the left. Yeah,
This
this
one.
one. It's not
No, it's okay like that.
okay.
It's correct correct syntax, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can ask ChatGPT about that. I think we need to
Yeah,
solve ChatGPT problems with ChatGPT, right?
of course. No,
It's logical.
no,
Let's do that.
it's only like this. Yeah.
I will switch quickly to show you this screen, right? So now you can also see my. You cannot see. Yeah, you can see my ID actually here, but whatever. Uh,
Just an idea, right?
yeah, just an idea. How? Yeah, maybe I can ask it something like, "Hey, mate, what's wrong with that
Hey,
when?"
mate. How you doing?
I've got an error from you. What's wrong
Yeah.
with that? What's wrong, man?
Yeah, it will say, I'm sorry for the confusion, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Ah,
Stringify.
stringify.
JSONify.
I think it's bullshit, but let's see. Not fetch. Okay, yeah, I don't need to do that. Okay, brilliant, right? It gives you so nice experience. I think
Mhm.
headers, yeah, features. You see, it actually uses the same. Well, it's because I
Yeah.
given him my example. That's why. Response JSON
So it looks
body
the same.
stringify.
This.
Yeah, only that is missing, right?
So you have
Let's
to
try that.
make.
I doubt. I really doubt.
Yeah, I'm not sharing, but if it's okay.
I'm not sharing things. Yeah.
Mhm.
What's my age again?
It's my age again.
To be honest, for me, Angels and Airways surprisingly, yeah, I don't know, it's deeper than Blink 182 for me,
Of
and I
course it
like
is.
it more. I like it more. It's brilliant, I think.
Yeah, I also think it's brilliant, and I think it's supposed to be deeper. It's
Yeah, yeah, like a project of the guys from Blink 182. Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hey, buddy, how do you like my variant now? Okay.
Doesn't exist. Wrong model.
DaVinci doesn't exist. Yeah, it's
Codex.
what codex doesn't exist. Or you don't have access to it. Okay, I'll ask. You know what? I'll ask ChatGPT about that. Let him figure it out. Him or her. Don't know. I will
But
not switch.
yeah.
Yeah. Tell
But
me, Igor.
this name you got from a snippet from ChatGPT, or
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
okay. Yeah, maybe it's renamed. Because if I open my window of ChatGPT,
It says that maybe I have a subscription plan error.
uh-huh.
Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, it says that I'm probably can use a different model name. Interesting. How can I check? How can I check what exactly I can use? Because I just got my API key. That's all I have.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Maybe if you just leave it empty, it will use a default one.
um,
But that's accessible to you.
yeah, let me Google it one thingy, but I'm not sure, to be honest, what can be wrong there. I will check in the source ChatGPT where I copied it. What exactly maybe they
Mhm.
have the idea what I can use. Yeah, it doesn't give much information here. I didn't expose any keys yet, right? That's good.
Um, I'm on it using your $20
because
per month.
because it keeps getting I keep getting SMSs that just amount of data, amount of money is disappearing from my account. I'm not sure
Yeah,
why
you
it's
have so much money there.
like. No, it's just small amounts, just make my
Uh-huh.
pain last for some time.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, unfortunately, this guy doesn't have the description, but I
yeah,
will.
now looking at the website.
Yeah, API key, ChatGPT usage, URL. That's what I want. Yeah, it's wonderful experience to use Google after ChatGPT, right? Because it always doesn't give you what you want. I mean, it's a different tool, but I want different. I want something different.
Yeah. You can try DaVinci dash 002.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to be careful now because we use the assets prod.10.
Let's see. You can open it somewhere else.
Second. Come on.
Yeah, although it's quite expensive.
Say it again.
Maybe,
What?
maybe,
Mhm.
maybe the easiest one is GPT dash 3.5 dash turbo.
DaVinci dash 3.5.
No, actually, no DaVinci even. Just let me copy it to the private chat. This one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I should put it after engine.
I guess so. That's the name of the model.
I will show it what I got here in a second.
Mhm.
I want to show this API URL. Let's do that. Console log API URL. API URL. All right.
Mhm.
Like that.
I think so.
Chat completions.
Chat model not supported by completions. Okay, yeah. So it's we need a different type of model. Uh, but
Well,
do we
it's
need a
that
completion?
sounds here, right? Chat completion.
Because
Uh-huh.
yeah, because I guess we don't need a completion. We need the chat.
You look in the official documentation.
Yeah. Mhm.
You send the link, please.
Mm.
You must provide a model parameter. Now it says, okay, okay.
Yeah, because
I want.
yeah, we
Tell
probably
me.
don't need the completion. We need a chat model. So because we want to ask questions and give
Yeah.
and receive the answers.
So
Yeah, I sent you like a very
yeah, yeah. Open it.
high level page. Let's switch to
Let's
text.
share it too.
Quick start tutorial. API. Oh no,
And
yeah, it's completion somehow.
have you seen already? Maybe how can I get my subscriptions by the key API reference? Okay.
Mm,
Uh, yeah. Examples. Oh, this one. Explain code, keywords. Mm-hmm. Grammar correction, parse unstructured data. Oh man, yeah, like that. But that's Python. Come on, man. It has a Node.js here. That's good. I need, okay, so this one suggests to install OpenAI, and that's what I want to do, indeed. Yeah, let's do that.
Just to read the API keys, I see.
Yeah. Just to, because, with NPM dependencies, whatever you install, it,
yeah, so you don't send just a request, you use their API.
yeah, it has some library, and it's logical that I can use that. Let me share my screen back to my VS Code. Okay, yeah, it's better. I think we're doing the right thing here. Let me copy, paste this stuff here. So let's install OpenAI, right? Okay, we can do that. npm install. We'll do it here. npm install OpenAI. Got. Yeah, OpenAI.
0 vulnerabilities.
It automatically added it to my dependencies. Now I have OpenAI here, which is
That's
lovely.
so smart. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's import the guy, OpenAI, from OpenAI. Creates the instance of OpenAI instance here. I will be using just API key, smart name, and then I can create. Okay, I don't need the fetch here. Seems, which is logical. I don't want to use low level API.
Yeah.
Create turbo, and messages should be my prompt.
Yeah. No. Completions create messages.
What's wrong with that?
In my example, there is the prompt key, not messages.
It should be specific message format. So how do I do a message? New.
I think it's not a necessary key.
No, but I want to ask it something.
Yeah, but it's called prompt, not message.
But
in my example, I don't know.
Are you looking at the Python example?
No, not JS. It's
I don't
exactly the
see it.
same.
Yeah.
Wait. It's a Python. Yeah, sorry. It's a
No,
Python.
it doesn't matter. But I don't see in Python a usage of a prompt anyways, or the messages is empty.
Where did you copy this snippet from their website?
From this parse data, default parse data example.
Libraries. Python. How do I switch? Node.js. Yeah. Yeah, messages. Okay.
It's empty.
Content.
Is chat completion create methods? Okay, so it explains something to me now. It's very verbose, right? I can actually configure my ChatGPT to produce less information. Okay, so message should be structured in a specific way, like you can specify the role there, apparently. Let me copy it here. At least what it says, I'm not sure because I didn't try it yet, but it says something like that I can do. Messages, role, user. So it has some idea of a role, apparently.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we need it. It doesn't seem like the easiest version.
Yeah, let's see. Temperature is how strict the answers are, I think, or something like that.
Oh, maybe.
response, right? Response dot. So what does it say now? Okay, it's produced something, which is nice. Let's see what it produced. ChatGPT. And who's actually, you see my VS Code, I hope, right? Yeah, you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I want to output it. And where does it output it? That's the question. This guy producing the ChatGPT response. Yeah. Let's do that. Listen, stringify this guy.
But what is prompt now in your function? I mean,
I don't. Yeah, it's in here, but it also has a call in here. So let's see. Prompt is not used, but
yeah.
I use this example.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm. Nice,
Yeah.
man. Let's see a little bit nicer this example. Now two. I like two. It's some syntax sugar.
Indentation.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Did I expose my key? Did
I don't know. I didn't have time to
it?
find it.
No, it's some ID.
It's,
Okay. Oh, so was played at Globe Field, Texas. Uh, so apparently it did somehow use the prompts.
but no, I think you hard coded one of the messages with the same question.
Right. Right. Yeah, you're right. User. So okay, so we got it. Nice. Exercise, Igor. We got connection. Uh,
Yeah.
Other good news is that well, I didn't expose my API key, I believe, yet. That's good.
So make good
uh,
news.
Very good news, yes. And what else? Well, and the key is working. So we did actually a lot of other stuff this morning. I tend to stop at this point. I think it's good enough. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. That's a lot of things that you reached.
Yeah. Let me add quickly these assets. I should be maybe make it like that something. I don't want to store all the environment files in my Git repository. Index.ts is using some. Yeah, yeah. Let's output yeah, that's good enough. So we added the production environment, run OpenAI, and we added the small implementation of ChatGPT. Wow, amazing,
Mhm.
great success. Add
Yeah.
ChatGPT example.
Oh, yeah. I
Working.
never tried to do a
Hmm?
commit like this.
How do you commit?
Yeah, like this, like git commit
With a console?
-m. Yeah,
Wow,
I just
really?
feel it's safer.
Safer? No, Igor. Personally, for me, is the best way. I really, yeah, I think people who do that, it's definitely my friends. That's for sure. It's like I'm doing it myself. I like a Git. Yeah, I think it's maybe the best tool in programming. Like I have a rating of top tools for myself, right? So there is a Git, there is a Docker, and then maybe now ChatGPT, but I didn't give it a lot of thought. So
It's like favorite bands. Like at first you like Beatles, then
really,
someone else. No, that's cool. You know, or
it's
Queen.
not.
Okay, Queen. What?
We're losing subscribers right now. Come on, stop it.
Yeah, it's 2023. Okay, yeah, okay.
You cannot say these words on a YouTube channel these days. It's
Okay, yeah.
2023, man.
ChatGPT. Now we get them back.
Right. Any last words or conclusions, Igor?
I really liked the way you did it, so it's pretty cool. I actually always wanted to do it, but was too lazy. So maybe now I will have a bit more motivation and try something with it as well.
Well, thanks for company. I really enjoyed it. It was a nice Sunday morning exercise. I think I'm now ready to use my brain a little bit this today.
And now you didn't.
It was absolutely automatic and also
ah,
using
I s-
ChatGPT.
okay, yeah, in this sense. Yeah, makes sense. So let's all have nice Sunday, and thanks a lot for showing the project. And we're
Yeah,
gonna get back to it.
yes. One of the next sessions. Please subscribe, share, like it. We really appreciate it if you like the content. If you like my head, please say
And the
it in
bird,
comments.
it's really nice.
If you don't like Igor's comments, also like it. We
Yeah. Oh, dislike it. It doesn't matter.
right. Have a good Sunday, everyone.
Yeah, have fun.
Right.
Cheers.